Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a long time, right? So we have now concluded chapter 2 where we explore the conceptual foundation of algorithmic hypothesis. You've learned how to distinguish between execution and profit-seeking algorithms, how to formulate robust trading strategies, and how behavioral finance and strategy design shape the architectures of algorithmic logic. In the next chapter, we turn our attention to the critical resource upon which all algorithmic trading is built, which is data. In chapter 3, you will learn about the standards for data in algorithmic trading, how to clean and manage data sets, and the unique challenges of accessing stock trading data in Vietnam. We will also uncover how data sourcing speed can be a competitive edge in building effective algorithms. Let's begin chapter 3, data. So for the first chapter, for the first article of this chapter, we're gonna learn about standard data in algorithmic trading. The first part, market data. Market data consists of the following essential data fields: stock ticker symbol, order execution time, order execution price, order execution volume, bid price 1, 2, and 3, 10 price steps for H and X, and outcome. Bid volume 1, 2, 3, 10 price steps for H and X, and outcome. Ask price 1, 2, 3, 10 price steps for H and X, and outcome. And ask volume 1, 2, 3, 10 price steps for H and X, and outcome. These data fields allow investors to use most technical analysis strategies or OHLC charts: open, high, low, and close. This is the simplest and the most common data group sold under a data packages in Vietnam. Execution data is also categorized based on the type of the transactions, such as insider transaction data, foreign investment execution data, and deals execution data. Insider transaction data is publicly available. However, in Vietnam, insiders may trade in different ways to avoid affecting stock prices and frequent reporting. This data is therefore often unreliable, and it should only be used as a reference. Foreign investment data represents strategic groups of shareholders. This group plays an important role in making long-term investment decisions. However, it's not as useful for short-term investment. So deal transaction data has a high volume and reflects the expected price of the party involved. In special cases, when foreign investors cannot buy shares directly on the stock exchange, the deal transaction often represents the valuation of foreign investors. However, the public information of the deal transaction may still differ from reality. This group of data is not completely reliable in the Vietnamese market. The next part, financial statement data. This data groups contains the first one, income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement, direct or indirect. This data group is widely used in fundamental analysis. However, Vietnamese accounting standards still have many differences from the international standards. Different industries such as manufacturing, banking, securities, and insurance have specific financial report structures. To analyze the whole market, it's essential to have reference benchmarks. The next part is dividend data and ESOP. The company's profit-sharing policy and the ESOP program over many years have greatly influenced investor sentiment in the long term. Therefore, data including cash dividends, stock dividends, and bonus shares can be used in algorithmic trading. ESOP is a special policy to attract corporate talent. However, it is often abused for personal purposes. When adopting with the IFRS, which is International Financial Reporting Standards, ESOP abuse in Vietnam should be more restricted. The next one is macroeconomics data. So inflation data, interest rates, economic growth, import and export, exchange rates, export orders, money supply, and public investment reports are publicly available macro data. They are often used to predict the economy in the medium term. For instance, algorithmic traders can rely on inflation and interest rate data of 2022 to gain insight into the macroeconomic impact on the market and domain-specific businesses. Second to last part is commodity data. Each particular industry and enterprise will be closely related to the price of imported and exported goods. These prices often move together with the global commodity prices, which are important data to collect. Investors in Vietnam are most interested in common commodities like oil, gold, soybeans, coffee, and meat. Other commodity prices are more complex, but still collectible, such as international freight, freight shipping prices. During the COVID pandemic, the supply chains were disrupted. Commodity prices no longer followed normal economic rules. They become important information for seeking trading advantages. The last one we're going to talk about is index data. A single stock or a particular industry usually has a certain correlation with the local and global market indices. Therefore, market indices need to be stored to have an accurate view of the Vietnamese market of each individual stock in the global context. Besides the data above, there are other types of specialized data. Algorithmic traders can gather them to support algorithm development and seeking trading alpha. So that is the end of the next chapter 3, data, and article 6, standard data in algorithmic trading. I hope you have a great time, and I see you next time.